This little beauty struck gold just a few weeks ago at the International Wine and Spirits competition. But the main question now is, will it achieve gold standard with Big Al too? What about you whisky lovers, and welcome to another episode of Whisky Straight with me, Big Al, coming at you from Annalong, a blistering warm Annalong, right here in the heart of County Down. In case you're not aware, if you're not from Northern Ireland, we've been sweltering, well, for a good few days now in a heat wave, a long overdue heat wave, and that's particularly pleasing when you're kind of, well, under the current conditions, confined to a staycation in your own garden. But anyway, we had our highest ever recorded temperature in Northern Ireland on Saturday. I know at 31.2 degrees, it's not a lot for some of you guys where you're from, but I can tell you one thing.
Big Al, boiling.
But I managed to get through the day with the help of some nice, pleasing, cooling refreshments, and that might have included a couple of wee whiskies as well, maybe more than a couple. But anyway, what we've got here today is a marriage made in heaven from County Down, and that's a good thing, because I'm in a marriage made in heaven from County Down. It lasted 16 years so far. She hasn't thrown me out yet, so here's hoping that the marriage between Hinch Distillery and the Whitewater Brewery will continue, and we keep on making this beautiful nectar for many more years to come. Now, this whiskey here is bottled at 43% ABV. It's triple distilled, it's blended, and what's unique about it is it's then matured for at least 12 months in casks that previously held the award-winning Whitewater Brewery product, the Kreme de la Kremlin Imperial Russian Stout. Now, I'm not a big fan of beer in general, not the generic stuff. I do like some of the IPAs, some of the craft beers, and they do go down a treat. But I was never a fan of stout, even don't like Guinness. In fact, the only thing that I've got in common with stout is, well, not the beer. Bloody shaping me. But anyway, so that's how that came about. Not sure if I mentioned earlier, it costs 35 quid, and if you're local you can buy it up in the bargain store in Annalong, which is where I picked up these couple of bottles. So you'll see here, by very virtue of the fact that there's two bottles, one empty and one full, that I do like the stuff. So you can gauge that it's going to be a good score. But please do stick around for the tasting notes, because they are really interesting and not at all what I was expecting. So with that being said, let's get right on into it. And if you're lucky enough to have a pour of this, bring it into your glass. If you don't have it, just, you know what, a tipple of your fancy, and we'll just share a nice drink along together on this lovely evening and enjoy damn good whiskey. Sláinte. Toasted oak, summer fruits, red summer fruits, and that's really big on the arrival, are those red summery fruits. And I still find it hard to get my head around just how fruity this is. It totally threw me at the start when I was taking my notes for this, because I was not expecting any type of fruitiness out of this at all. And it's not just that the fruits are there, they're vibrant, and even on the nose they're coming across as juicy and full of flavour. And then as you get into it a wee bit more, there are orchard fruits, stone fruits, pear, peach, and now there's a leather, a wee bit musty in nature, and with it there's some earthiness, and that earthiness gives a kind of a dank note. And you know what I say, you know how I love sherry finishes and a damn good dirty whiskey. This is not it, but it does have elements of it around the edges. Nice earthiness. Again, the toasted oak. A light, smooth, mellow coffee. Good dusting of vanilla in there as well. Quite a lot going on in the nose, but again, the overriding thing here is the surprise element of just how fruity it is. So let's get on to the palate. Once again, a very, very fruity arrival. Again, it's red fruits, it's red currant, it's vibrant, it's juicy. And then as it transitions across the palate, toasted oak, vanilla. Even as that, a touch of creme brulee. So much going on in the first sip. And then there's a dusting of cinnamon spice there too, that just goes right through the middle of it. A nice wee touch of pick-me-up heat. Not overbearing in any way or anything like that, but just really nice. Onto a winner already. One sip in, it's like, yeah, I want more of this. So, that's just what we'll do. Take another one. Sweet caramel. Still a nice element of cinnamon in there. To keep it spicy, to give it the bite, to keep it alive. Red fruits. Chocolate. Milky chocolate. Mellow coffee once again. Very, very nice. And again, there's a dusting of vanilla. But what's coming to mind now, you know those pink and white marshmallows that you get? But not just the marshmallow itself, it's like s'mores, you know?
It's a noisy bugger, that.
It's like when you're toasting the marshmallows over the fire and they get a wee bit gooey in it, and it adds to the mouthfeel and it gives you a wee bit more of a pleasing, longer lasting flavour. That's those in whiskey style right here. And if you don't like s'mores, there's something bloody wrong with you. Right. We'll go again. Oh boy. This is just a delightful whiskey. The mouthfeel it's oily, it's coating, and it is a long, lingering finish. And at times the spice can just edge it up a wee notch or two as well, but mostly it's just like middle of the road, keep you alive, keep it vibrant sort of thing going on. But you've got such a nice complexity here. You've got a very, very nice, fruity, vibrant, juicy summer fruit thing going on. You've got the toasted oak, the chocolate, the coffee, even the bit of creme brulee there, and then you've got a wee bit of earthy, leathery dankness around the edges as well. And they all combine perfectly well together. It's a lovely balanced whiskey. And I can tell you what, in many ways, it doesn't. You'd be hard pushed in two ways here. You'd be hard pushed to think that this was a stout cask finish, and you'd also be hard pressed to put your thumb on it that it was an Irish whiskey. I'm talking here, you would think you were drinking a top end scotch, like 18, 21 years, and I'm saying it in all sincerity, this is that good. It's actually mind-boggling. I wasn't expecting anything near what I got in this, especially in terms of the fruit, and I was not in any way expecting this to blow me away so much. And in fact, I would go as far as saying this, so far, is my whiskey of the year. It is that good. So in terms of a score, how's that going to translate? Well, that's going to be a 93, and a well-deserved 93 as well. It's just fantastic stuff. Just wonderful. I would even advise you, if you get your hands on this, you see it anywhere, pick up a couple of bottles, because it's that damn good. And in terms of like bang for buck, as you say, bloody hell, like 35 quid for something this good. It's a steal. It's an absolute steal. Stunning whiskey. Well done, Hinch. And please, please keep this stuff going, please. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the review, folks. I hope you're able to find a bottle of this, pick it up, and enjoy it as much as I am. And right now, I am off to fire up the old Barbie there and have some proper meaty goodness. So, and a few more of these as well, obviously. Because look, see, there's a full bottle, not even opened yet. It's not going to last too much longer. So anyway, thanks once again for hanging out. Appreciate your support, particularly you guys who support me on Patreon and Subscribestar. Really means a lot to me. And as usual, all the links relating to this whisky and myself are down in the description below. So until the next time, folks, look after yourselves, look after each other, and keep on drinking your whisky the way you like it. Sláinte. Thanks for watching, folks. I really do appreciate it. Please check out these other reviews, and if you'd like to support the channel, the best way is by subscribing, liking and commenting. And don't forget to ring that bell for all video notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. Cheers.